Hello everyone, this is Sean Broccoli here, and in today's video we will be doing episode 8 part 4 of Disgaea Plus, or Complete Plus. So as the residents of Letterkenny would say, pitter patter, let's get at her.
You foolish human, why don't you just start the main event already?
You're so impatient. Do you know that the final moments of your lives are just around the corner? Well, see ya. Doctor, it's all you now.
Dad! What are you gonna do to us now?
You might not know this about me, but I'm kind of a movie fanatic. Remember that one about the dinosaur clones? Well, that movie inspired me to create demon clones. And this time, I collected only the highest quality cells from those clones to create this one. The ultimate final weapon! The true final boss!
The true final boss?
Finally, the time has come. Desco will meet her. So you know who it is? The true final boss? Yes, she is the completed form of the final weapon that defeated Desco and cast her into Hades. The final weapon, Desco, perfect version. Her name is Des X.
So she is the main event? The true final boss?
She looks a lot like Miss Desco.
A lot? The only thing different about her is the color.
Was that a cost-cutting tactic by the creator? Explain this to us, lass.
Don't ask me. Go ask my dad if you really want to know.
Shut up, scum.
You! How dare you call my lord scum, being that you are a mere man-made monster?
What's wrong with calling scum scum? I'm the most powerful true final boss, Lady Desex!
Des X.
Well, what a surprise. I didn't know who to expect, but I didn't think I was gonna see two of the punks I killed before.
Two?
Why do you keep getting in my way? Do you want to be killed again? Huh? Why is that? Desco? Fuka?
Ah, so it was you. You were the one who attacked me.
That's right. I killed you with my own hands.
That's two witnesses now, including your father. And this time, it's the killer herself. Lass, it's been proven already. You are already dead.
No, I am not. See? I'm here. I'm alive. Look.
So you haven't realized it, huh? How annoying. Okay, well, I'll just have to kill you over and over again until you accept it.
Be my guest.
Shut up! I am totally not dead, and this is just my dream, so it's impossible for me to die. That's right. Plus, Big Sis has Desco, and Desco will not let Big Sis die.
Listen to you, Desco. Have you forgotten how you were killed so pitifully after trying to keep up with my functionality?
Never. That memory is embedded inside Desco's memory chip. Desco isn't the same Desco you faced back then. Desco will not lose.
Are you saying you've been training in Hades or something? Give me a break. You're kidding, right? You're just a prototype, a test model they created in the process of completing me. No matter how much stronger you've gotten, there's not even chance for you to defeat me!
That's not true. Desco is my little sister. Me, who's gonna be the ruler of Earth, and Desco, who's gonna be the strongest final boss. There is no way this golden and gorgeous duo will lose to you. Big sis.
Oh, what are you talking about? You're just a ghost, a dead human. Whatever, I'll just smash you, along with your soul, so you'll never be able to talk to me like that again.
I won't let that happen. I'm not gonna allow any more of this autocratic crap by humans.
If the entire human world becomes evil, Celestia will be out of business. For our future profits, I back Miss Desco up entirely, and for free. For now.
All is for my lord. I will kill whoever stands in my lord's path to supremacy.
Jeez, none of you can just admit that you want to help me and Desco? Everyone, Desco is so happy! Desco is feeling more energized. This must be the power of friendship. This is a great lesson for a final boss.
Finally, this is starting to feel like the main event. Everyone, let's win this battle for Desco and the lass.
Know your place, scum! I'll kill all of you if that is what you wish!
Okay, so in terms of, I guess, this level, it's the final level of this episode, sort of. It's kind of a two-parter. So anyways, as you can see, you got about 7 of the biosuits, 2 of the sophists, and Desex. So we're pretty much going to do the same thing as usual. Actually, before I get into that a little bit, you're going to notice there's some geopanels there. I believe they move around, so the blue one is going to be a no entry. So, well, I mean, for now. As they move around, it will kind of switch, and the red might go no entry and whatnot. But anyways, for now, we have to go around the blue. So, we're pretty much going to hang around the base again. So, what will happen is the first 5 biosuits will charge at you. Obviously, it's going to be ideal to at least take out a couple. And again, we've fought these guys all episodes, so we know exactly what to expect in terms of attacks. So what we're gonna do is you'll want to try and keep your characters kind of split up. We definitely want to avoid their black hole move. Again, I'm not really certain what the range of that is or the pattern, so it's hard to kind of escape that. But as far as while you're behind the blue and they can't get beside you, obviously try to avoid having people behind other characters. Obviously, I'm not really following my own advice. I'm not sure if that costs me anything, but we'll just work on getting these guys done. Obviously, once we're done this turn, those 5 will move forward. Everything in the back will kind of stay put. Actually, I think they have to because the no entry. that was actually kind of beneficial for me, even though they took out my what's his face? Red Skull. They actually injured their own guy.
Everyone, let's go.
So just abuse your skills here. What I end up doing later on, not like later on gameplay wise, I actually get rid of I put Cassie with a sword instead of a spear. I mean, the spear is kind of useful for the range and stuff like that, but it doesn't really have the attacks that can hit multiple enemies at once. And I found out later on in the game that you don't really need two spear-wielding characters. I mean, it works well with Valvatores, so I just kept him with it. Plus, Valvatores has his own special skills that he can use. I found Cassie did way more damage with a sword than she did spear. But another thing I do, well, I changed post-game was I switched Narcissus and Fuka. So Fuka gets the sword and Narcissus has the axe. So for now we're just, again, trying to dwindle down those numbers. I mean, there's not much in terms of strategy to do here. The Sophists are not that, they don't have too much health, so they can be taken out pretty quickly. The biosuits are the ones that take the most damage. And obviously, much like the rest of them, it pays to have one of the stronger element spells rather than just using ice, fire, wind. But as you can see here, we're finally getting close to getting rid of these guys. And obviously, there's still a couple enemies up back that are going to come towards us. Desex is going to be obviously the main one that we're going to have to take out. You might be able to cheese method her, and when I say cheese method, I figured out this before or after the fact. This is kind of something I figured out, trying to come up with a good strategy for the for another fight. But what you can do is put Valvatores as the leader of the Heart Cannon and Disco as another member, and then basically when those two characters are near each other, they'll perform support attacks. So all you have to do is, what you do is you surround the boss and you attack with, you want 3 characters around Desco and Valvatores each, and obviously they have to be on opposite sides just to make things easy. So you'd have one character behind, one character to the left, one character to the right. And then just use any skills that you can, or any attacks you can with those characters, leaving Valvatores and Disco for last. And then once you set the last 2 attacks for Disco and Valvatores, they'll get into like a support attack loop, which will attack for maybe like 16 turns. I do think I might have brought this up during one of the other videos. So if you've heard of it already, this is kind of more of a refresher. If you're just hearing it for the first time, then you're hearing of something that's pretty, I guess, cheap. And the one thing that makes I guess that cheese method really powerful is, and I guess the same reason why we put the characters in where we do, because they're doing the support attack, it actually team attacks, so the other characters around are attacking with that character. So you're doing, each time Valvatores or Desco does a support attack, they're doing a 4-player team attack thing. Alright, so at a certain point, the characters hanging at the back will come forward. I find Desex still kind of chills back there. I don't know if she'll really move until you either get close or wither everybody down. But it's obviously in your favor to not piss her off before you have to. So just continue taking these guys out. Considering this is a kind of a final episode, or not final episode, but final kind of battle level or stage, it's pretty basic. Alright, so now we're down to just one left, or I guess two. So do make sure you keep on top of your characters. When Desex gets involved, you obviously want to have your team at as close to perfect health as possible. So once you finally finish off the enemies and Desex gets involved, there's nothing too crazy in terms of how to take her out. You pretty much just surround her and attack with all your skills. Obviously keep in mind where each character is. You don't want to attack your own teammates. But just kind of rinse and repeat until she dies. And then we'll head to, I guess, part 2 of this fight. It is worth noting that Desex is weak to wind, so you do want to utilize a Measle for this. So definitely have like a Mega Wind or Giga Wind for sure.
golden and gorgeous duo weren't gonna lose.
I doubt you two would have won that battle on your own. We helped you win, you know?
That was a lot of trouble.
Sure, true final bosses are a lot of trouble, I suppose.
No, I'm talking about the lass's father for creating that thing.
He created a final boss to destroy the human world. Does he hate humans as well? He was a weirdo to begin with, but I didn't think he wanted to destroy everyone. Maybe he just went crazy after Mom died.
You don't know anything. You have no idea. You don't know a thing about your own father. His thoughts and motivation, nor the reason why he became one of the villains.
What's your problem? Why are you yelling at me?
You don't know anything. Just because you're his daughter, you expect that you can act however you want and still be loved. In comparison, Desco and I are only artificial beings. We'll never be his real daughters, no matter how much we want to be.
So, what's your point? Shh, Miss Fuka. Just listen to what she has to say. She might just be...
I can't be his real daughter. I knew that from the start. But I still envied you. I hated you so much. So I killed you to make you disappear from this world. But you still had the nerve to come back afterwards. You're still trying to have Daddy all to yourself.
You? Really? Des Ex, Daddy is also Big Sis's daddy. It's sad, but we're...
Shut up! Daddy is my daddy! He's mine and no one else's! Fuka, Desco, and your stupid friends. You're all eyesores to me. Die!
Huh? That's the reason you killed me? Screw you! Seriously, you really pissed me off now! Daddy! I have no idea what you find so great about that stupid old man! I'm gonna beat you up and put an end to your fantasies!
Okay, so now we're on stage 8-8. So you immediately head to this stage automatically by completing the previous stage. I do recommend, unless you did not take any casualties at all, I do recommend that you quit out and go back to the map. So
This is it!
for the purpose, well, not exactly the purpose of this video, but I kind of kept it in for the purpose of the video. I ended up trying to complete this without going back to the map, but I failed miserably. So I quit, went to the map, healed up, and started again. So you're actually going to see proof that you can quit out, so you can't accuse me of being a liar. I mean, you can, you'll just be wrong, but...
God.
So basically, we're going to start over. I did make I didn't realize that it was a failed attempt, so I actually was commenting on it, and I had to delete that. Because it was fucking embarrassing. Anyways, what we're going to do is, we're going to move our characters up. We want to lure, we're not going to go all the way up there. We want to lure her to us. Now, keep your characters away from each other. I mean, Des Ex, her attacks do pack quite a punch, but she also has all the same skills that Desco has. So you don't want people within, I mean, the same kind of ranges as her attacks. Unfortunately, luring her down didn't exactly work. So we're gonna have to do a better job there. Probably just involve relocating some characters. So obviously the attacks that she has is True Godly Weapon, which is the cross pattern, which you want to avoid, and then Final Boss Arises, I think it's called, which is she can attack anybody to within, I think it's like 3 squares, anyone to the left or right of
Here I come!
the squares ahead of her, kind of. I'm not really sure how to properly say that. But anyways, the boss battle's not too crazy. I mean, we know her attacks. It's just her. All you have to do is basically surround her. But obviously in a way that you're not putting multiple characters at risk. You want her to attack one person at a time. You want your healers and Measle, maybe Red Skull as well if you have them. You want them out of range. At least range. I find that the AIs typically go for those characters first. So like if there's a mage close or a healer close, they kind of ignore everybody else. They go for them first as a priority, which, I mean, you would assume anybody would do because that's the kind of the smart move. You don't want your enemies being healed while you're trying to kill them. And then obviously the mages are very powerful. But yeah, you'll just see me kind of surround Desex, do our best to use whatever skills we have to take her out. So this Prinny Kaiser attack is one of the higher level attacks that you unlock with Fuka. So typically all those characters will learn something else. I'm not really sure if it's at a certain level or if you have to have like a certain level between all your skills. Because if once you use skill, the more you use skills, they level up. I'm not really sure what those leveling up, I guess what that accomplishes.
I'll show you.
But perhaps that's what's kind of a prerequisite to unlocking the higher level skills. I should probably do some research on that. But as you can see, just kind of follow what I'm doing here. You can see that I'm doing pretty good damage on her. And we almost got half her health gone in just one turn. And I didn't even use Narcissus. There's kind of an example of shitty deployment, I guess. My character's kind of got obliterated there. And she actually might have some extra range than Desco because of her size. So that's another thing to kind of keep in mind. So when I say extra range, I think that what I mean by that is that I think, so say we'll take True Godly Weapon as an example. It's that cross. I think that cross gets bigger. Same with her Final Boss Arises. That's attack range probably gets bigger as well. I think I want to say that she hit 3 characters in that one, so it's possible that it might have widened, if that makes any sense. But it shouldn't be that huge of a deal. You saw how much damage we did in that first one. I mean, obviously it kind of sucks that we lost a measle there, but it just means that we'll just have to kind of. Well, actually, it doesn't really change anything. Either way, it's going to take us 3 turns to kill her. And then we'll try get. Never mind about that. So another thing that you might want to check out, it just because it's not something that you notice in this video because I think all my characters have high hits, but you just want to make sure that your characters have a good kind of hit skill compared to Disgaea's speed. So she's only got like 1,170, so I mean, if you Marcus's hit sucks, so I don't know if he'll be able to, if he'll have that great of an accuracy or whatever. Actually surprised. So the reason why I bring up the hit and the speed, hit is kind of the stat that affects your accuracy, and speed is the one that affects whether or not attacks will miss or not. So obviously the higher speed you have, the better chance you have to avoid an attack from an enemy. So the good thing is characters like Fenric and Velvetores, they'll probably have a high hit. I believe everyone might be. Yeah, Desco's got a low hit. You just want to, I mean, I guess where if you're looking at the hits of my characters, I guess they're typically okay for this boss fight. So as long as your characters can match that, you should be fine. There we go, we beat it, and we completed episode 8 and completed the game. Or so I thought.
What are you? You're just a human. A dead one, to be exact. Where is all this power coming from?
Fuka, damn! How did she power up like that?
It's no big deal. It's probably just an adrenaline rush or something.
That's not important. I'm just really mad right now.
You're mad? Please. There's no way I'll admit this defeat.
I still see the energy in her eyes, as expected from the true final boss.
That's right. Until I kill every single one of you, I won't.
Ah! Desex has begun to regenerate. I don't remember equipping her with that kind of function. This is amazing! You're amazing, Desex!
Amazing? Do you even know why she's able to do this, Dad?
No, not at all.
You're so stupid, Dad! You might be a genius scientist, but you're the stupidest man ever! If you weren't like this wouldn't have happened! Disco wouldn't have been thrown out! I didn't have to die.
So you finally admitted it. It's about time.
Indeed, it's settled that you're a Prinny.
Shut up! That's not the point right now. I'm talking about Dad. After Mom died, you escaped into your work, and left me all alone. You created Desco and Des-Ex, but you ended up making them feel the same way I did. What are you doing, Dad? Don't you care about anything besides your research? Don't you ever think about our feelings?
No,
Big sis, you don't understand? Daddy loves you. How can I believe that? Daddy talked about you all the time. Like how you wouldn't take baths with him anymore, how you treat his laundry like filthy objects, or how you stole money from him. Miss Desco, those are just simple complaints. Is there anything more heartwarming? Well, let me see. Oh, he bragged about how sweet you are at heart, even when you were in your rebellious stage in middle school. He still has the portrait of him that you drew when you were 5. He even showed it to Desco. Daddy's favorite story of you was when you two went to a summer festival when you were only 4 years old. He had to look for you for hours because you got lost, but you had already gone home by yourself. But still, Daddy was so proud of you for that. He said that you were already an amazing child by the time you were 4. Not that I remember.
Everything he does is for you, including his research. You're the only one who doesn't know that.
No, you're lying. He focused on his research because he wanted to escape from everything after Mom died.
That was what Mommy asked Daddy to do, to continue his research, to make your wish come true.
My wish?
Uh-huh. Me, Desco, the demon clones, we were all created for you! That's how much Daddy loves you.
No, that's not true! Des-Ex is right, Big Sis. Daddy loves you. He loves you with all his heart. No way! I don't believe it! What's my wish anyway? I don't remember wanting this.
You don't? Oh, you used to throw big tantrums about it. Pestering me and Mom all the time. You said you wanted a little sister.
Oh yeah, I did. But Mom died soon after that. Big Sis. But seriously? You remembered that from so long ago? And created these little sisters for me, Dad?
That's right, Fuka. I created Desco and Des-Ex just for you.
Thanks, Dad.
The final weapons, Desco and Des-Ex, were not created to destroy the human world after all. They were the fruition of a father's love for his daughter, to make her wish come true. All of the misunderstandings that had piled up were resolved, and the defeated Des-Ex was finally released from her destiny to be the final boss of the human world. This battle, where a pretty girl and the kinship between her family members had saved the human world and Netherworld, would lead to the improved Prinny treatment movement in the future, which eventually led to Prinny War 2. However, not being aware of future events, Fuka and her father simply enjoyed the reunion. They embraced each other, reaffirming their feelings of love and happiness.
Not! You mad scientist!
Aw, why not? I worked really hard for this.
Did you really think I'd be happy to have these freaking killing machines as my little sisters? The hell were you thinking?
But you're the one who wanted this. You said, I want a little sister with advanced functionality who was gonna help me take over the world.
So, you are trying to become a final boss for Fuka's sake, Desco?
Yes, all is for Big Sis. And you're going to take over the world with Miss Fuka as the final boss? Yes, Desco was created to help Big Sis take over the world.
Now I'm concerned.
They're lying! They're totally making things up right now!
No, I even have proof. Like the Christmas video when you were 5.
No! This isn't... You're just all trying to trick me! Desco has seen that too! Big Sis was so cute!
Now I see. I didn't think you were normal, but I had no idea you possessed such ambition. It's only natural that you fell to Hades. This is quite amusing.
This isn't funny! No, no way! This can't be real! This is a dream, I know it! This is a nightmare!
Enough fooling around, bastards! The hell's this farce? Fight Desex! One more time! Kill them all! Then all of humanity!
No way. This is getting kind of boring. Plus, I'll only listen to Daddy. Why didn't you do it yourself if you wanted so badly?
You... Who do you think funded your development, you useless puppet?
He's showing his true nature. This farce suits you rather well.
Judge Nemo! Your ambitions have been crushed! Your Hades of destruction will never happen!
My ambitions have been crushed? You've got it all wrong, Valvatores. I've been setting up devices everywhere to prepare for humanity's destruction for a long, long time. You guys have only awakened another dream, a nightmare of demolition, the destructive might of Hades.
Nightmare of demolition!
That's right. I'm lighting a giant firecracker. The big round moon is gonna go kaboom!
An unbelievably shocking revelation is dropped on us after we suppressed a foolish rebellion in the human world.
Is he really going to blow up the moon?
The truth is... Did you know that various kinds of fish larvae are used in Chirimanjako?
I thought Chirimanjako was the name of an actual fish.
And there's more. It's the same deal with Kamage Shirasu.
Ah! I thought the same thing about Kamage Shirasu.
That's right. Shirasu usually refers to any kind of fish larva, but the larvae of Japanese anchovies are the most commonly eaten Shirasu.
Okay, so...
Next time, final episode, the Sardine Galaxy. Space sardines conquer the Sea of Stars. It's another page in the history of sardines.
I will stop the destruction of the moon.
And that will do it for the end of this video. I'd like to thank everybody for watching. If you do like the content and would like to see more kind of stuff like this, go ahead and like or subscribe. This is Sean Broccoli. I'll see you guys next time.